Okay, I hope everybody's enjoying lunch. By the fact that there are many more tables occupied over lunch than over last night's dinner, I can only assume that dinner was excellent and you told your friends that they should come for lunch, right? And here they all showed up. So thank you for showing up for lunch. Again, I would like to stress our gratitude to the sponsors of TPRC, whose names and logos are on the signs here, without which this conference really would not have been possible, or you would have been possible if you would have been asked to pay so much that it wouldn't have been possible. At the same time, TPRC is run by volunteers, and we really appreciate their work in making this possible. So I would first like to thank and acknowledge the members of our board. So those members of the board, I don't want to read names of people who are not here. So those members of the board that are here right now, if you could please stand up and if everybody can acknowledge your contribution to TPRC. Thank you very, very much. Okay. I see a few here. I saw Mark and Marjorie and Alan, and or David's walking in right now with dessert, and what's that? And Rick, Rick Zimmerman is there. Okay, so thank you all. The list is very, Sharon, well, we'll mention Sharon in a minute. Okay, we do have 4 board members retiring this year. 3 of them are not here. Carlene Maitland, Scott Walston, and Bill Dutton have served on the board for 10 years. And I guess they feel lucky that there are term limits at TPRC, so we kicked them out. They won't be coming back, but we really want to thank them so much. The 4th board member that is stepping down is me. And I have not completed 10 years, but I think that 3 years as chair counts as at least 9. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. Each year, the board elects new officers. In fact, this year, we decided that there's about time that we figure a way in the bylaws on how do we do that, instead of running around and finding people who are willing to serve and do their work. But I would like to acknowledge Robin Mansell. Where is Robin? She has been the secretary of the board since 2017, so that's a long time. She still has another year on the board, so no term limits there. But we really want to recognize her commitment as secretary and thank her, and of course, award you, Robin, with a TPRC chocolate. So please. I hear it's really good. So, yeah. What's that? Okay, please, thanks. You want a picture? Just a picture with the chocolates? Okay. Great, thank you so much. Oh, Robin's gonna say a few words. Okay.
Oops. And my job is to award a meat with well-deserved chocolate.
Thank you. For years, I've been giving them out. It's about time I taste them, right? Okay. Now, for the best news, and that is that we have elected a new board starting from right after I step off the stage today. And I could not be more happy than to know that I will be succeeded by my friend, mentor, and great researcher, Sharon Strover, who will take over as chair from the University of Texas. And Coy Miller, who is not here, a member of the board, who is not here today, has agreed to serve and was elected as secretary. So good luck to both of them. In the name of continuity, Rick Zimmerman will continue as vice chair, and Janice Hoagie will continue as treasurer. So we have a very strong bend now towards Texas, right? A lot going on in Texas. That's where the power structure is going now. Okay. We've also elected 4 new members to the board. Jason Whaley from Northumbria University, Paroma Sanyal from the Brattle Group, Jay Schwartz from Comcast, and Lester Garcia of the Federal Institute of Telecommunications in Mexico. So congratulations. It's an opportunity to thank one of the more hardworking committees on the board. We'll get to the hardest working one in a second. And that's my friend, Gus Hurwitz, who chaired the nominating committee and was able to get all these people to join and to take these new tasks on them. I don't see Gus here. Okay. But the hardest working member of the board and of this TPRC community is, of course, the program committee chair. And this year, Marcela Gomez. Marcela, where is she? Ah, there she is. Okay. From the University of Pittsburgh is the one who put together our conference program with the help of her committee. And one of the upshots of these past couple of years and the amount of work that the program committee has done is that we've raised the number of members of the program committee because it's just so much work. So Marcela, it's my job to, first of all, thank you by giving you chocolates. And please stay up and all of our awards, right? So please, thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. It has been a joy being the chair of the program committee. This is actually, this marks 11 years since my first TPRC. And definitely, I feel very different because 11 years ago, I was a first-year PhD student. Very, very nervous about my presentation. So I feel a little bit less nervous now, especially because I'm not presenting. But as Amit said, it's volunteer work. And whenever I'm asked, oh, it's a lot of work, it's very challenging, my response is always, we do it for the love of TPRC. This is a great community that I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of. And of course, I would never be able to do this by myself. I am supported by a great committee. The committee writes the calls for proposals. Then we review the submissions, the abstracts submitted, as well as working with the panels. We have a member of our committee who is in charge of shepherding the members of the panels to make sure that we are getting the best content, the best presentations for TPRC. We also work with people who are able to put together tutorials before the conference, and also probably one of the toughest tasks is to find discussants for the different sessions, together with making sure that we put the right papers together. So I would definitely love to have you join me with a round of applause for all of our program committee members. And if you're here, if you could please stand up, that would be wonderful. So in the spirit of making changes, I've been at the program committee for a very long time, and I am really excited to announce that Sarah Olam will be the program chair for TPRC 53 next fall. You are going to be in excellent hands, and I'm sorry, Sarah and her committee will begin their work probably starting next week because it takes that long as they begin drafting the call for proposals for next year. And I have to say that I would have never been able to pull the work off as a program committee chair if it weren't for Laura, Sid, and Katie. They are the most amazing people that put together, that have all of the institutional knowledge, all of the patience to work with us, and also to help us work through all of the different hurdles of TPRC. So I would like for all of us to have a round of applause for them. Now, one of the most rewarding parts of our program, besides working with the Verenders, is that we get to award, we get to review student papers, and we get to award student paper. We get to give an award to our student papers in the competition. And first of all, I want to ask, do we have any former student paper finalists or winners with us today? Great. So that means that's a good hook. Like if we give you an award, then we can make sure that you keep coming and probably be a member of the board at one point. So this year, in the same way as the past couple of years, Dhanaraj Thakur has headed up the committee. He has done an amazing work reviewing all of these papers and making sure that some of the members of our program committee participate in this very important task. So Dhanaraj, could you please come up and present this year's prizes? But before you do, you also get chocolate.
Great. Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. So I have the great pleasure of announcing the awards for the student paper competition. But first, I also want to recognize members of the program committee and everyone else that helped to review all the great submissions that we got for the competition and to help identify who the finalists were. So thanks to everyone that participated in that. Okay, great. So the third place award goes to the paper entitled The Case for Metadata Privacy, Applying Carpenter to Browser Fingerprints. This is by Rohan Grover from the University of Southern California. Our second place award goes to the paper entitled Everything is Technology, Examining Technology Access and Use Among Returning Citizens by Kaylin Sanders from Michigan State. Congrats. Okay, now we come to the first place award. This is for the paper entitled From Connection to Coordination, High-Speed Internet and Protests in Africa by Jean-Baptiste Guilford from the University of Paris. Jean-Baptiste.
So it's an opportunity to thank everyone after 25 years at TPRC. I feel like I've gone full circle, quarter century. I started in the previous century. If you'll do the math, try to do the math. For me also personally, Marcella's done one round. I really want to say that nothing here. I mean, people come and congratulate me all the time. What a wonderful conference I organized. I have no idea how this conference was organized. This is really the work of the top of the team is Laura and all of her assistants, Sid and Katie and Henry, that shows up here. And I really think that we are very, very, very fortunate to have had them with us and to keep having them with us from year to year. And so thank you all for thinking that I did it. And thank you, Laura, for making everybody think that I did it. Thank you so much.